As a result, the thing that I would like to say to you today, Joni, is that first and foremost, in your grief for Marcus and everything else, you did it correctly. And in the process of courting this man who has recently entered your life, you have done it in a way that is both appropriate and honest. As for me, I am here to say that I believe, I am aware of everything. I mean, I am aware of all that is associated with this circumstance. I am of the opinion that this individual possesses a high level of integrity, that he is a godly man, and that this is a relationship that God is going to bless. You've performed admirably in every way. In light of this, I would like to remark that you are an excellent example to follow, and that he is an excellent example of how to navigate through a scenario like this. On the other hand, I am certain that God will bless you, and I am extremely happy for you personally, mostly due to the fact that, for all you know, Doug might have only told you half the truth, sir. There is one side to the story. In any case, Jonathan, I do have a great deal of experience, and I also have a great deal of discernment. In the course of my conversation with Doug and also with Joni, I could have been able to determine that he was lying for a period of 5 minutes, because I am familiar with how to communicate with him. And when he told me that we would talk to him and ask him question after question after question after question, he answered each and every question, and he never, ever brought Lisa into disrepute or threw her under the bus. On the other hand, he is an expert. When it comes to dealing with people, there is no one better than him. He is the best of the best. It was a dehumanizing act. If you knew what to say, he would know what to say. This world, the universe that you guys have built, treats me as if I were an object. Doug is not a soul. He is not a brother in Christ. He is not a brother in Christ, and he is not a soul. Not only is he an object, but he is also the racist. Your actions have dehumanized him. He is a trained professional. He was aware of what he was doing, and he was able to seduce a widow who was mourning, and all of that. What I'm trying to convey is that I'm talking to Doug on the phone as a human being, and I'm asking him questions, and he's answering each and every one of them in the same way that I've heard it answered over and over again by someone who has been abused for a significant amount of time. And so the first thing I do is talk to people, and the second thing I do is ask them questions, mostly due to the fact that I am not going to reveal the identity of the person with whom I spoke. But I did ask questions, and I was able to obtain answers regarding the state of their relationship. In addition, I had a few encounters with Lisa. As a result, I was content because of the conversations that I had with her, him, and other people. Specifically, when I was having a conversation with Lisa, because we had a brief discussion about this topic there today, Rachel asked me, I know what Rachel would have said, I know what Lisa would have said, and what it would have done. These conversations made me feel satisfied. It is certainly what Doug stated. There would have been a 6-month delay as a result. Greetings, everyone, and thank you for visiting our channel. Today, we are going to go into a significant upheaval that has occurred in the realm of Christian television. What is the subject? There is an issue regarding Joni Lamb, her marriage to Doug Weiss, and the rippling effects that it has had across ministries, particularly Jimmy Evans and his resignation from XO marriage. All of this should be broken down. After making the announcement that she was going to marry Dr. Doug Weiss, Joni Lamb, the president of Daystar TV, has been subjected to a great deal of scrutiny. Both Weiss's decision to divorce his prior wife and Joni's decision to marry him so soon after the death of her late husband, Marcus Lamb, have been questioned by critics, including members of her own family. The scriptural foundations for these decisions have been called into question. In a video that was released not too long ago, Joni responded to the criticism by defending her decisions and laying emphasis on her 40 years of experience in the ministry. As a heartbroken widow, she expressed her disbelief at the allegations that she lacked judgment in her decision-making. In addition, Joni disclosed the identities of a large number of pastors and close friends who had expressed their support for her marriage. These individuals included prominent figures like Garrett Asner as Jimmy Evans, James Robinson, and John Hagee. Jimmy Evans, the founder of XO Marriage, a ministry that is dedicated to building Christian couples, is one of the most significant advancements that has taken place. Evans expressed her public support for Joni and Doug's relationship, referring to Joni as the voice of God at Daystar, and asking her family to support her efforts to make decisions. Nevertheless, this assistance was not without its repercussions. The resignation of Evans from XO Marriage, a ministry that he established in 1993 with the intention of concentrating only on endtime.com, his biblical prophetic ministry, was recently announced by Evans in a video that was sent out to subscribers. After receiving a great deal of criticism for his involvement in Joni's marriage, Evans has made this decision. Evans was heard reprimanding Joni Lamb's children, Jonathan and Susie Lamb, for rejecting their mother's marriage to Weiss, according to a recording that was stolen from a family gathering that took place in July of 2023. Over 2,3,000 people commented on the recording, the most of which were negative of Evans and Lamb. The recording became viral. From point forward, I will be devoting my entire attention to endtimes.com. For many years, I served as a pastor. I moved on from being a preacher to becoming an XO marriage counselor. Over the course of 25 years, my wife and I was the hosts of a television program that was broadcast on each and every Christian network. In addition, we passed that responsibility over to our son approximately 7 years ago. Nonetheless, I have continued to be involved in the XO ministries. Consequently, I will be leaving XO in the beginning of the following year, in 2025, in order to devote my full time to endtimes.com. And the fact that I will be able to do that is something that I am very excited about, since for such a long time, I have had a lot of things on my plate. Furthermore, from this point forward, my ministry will be centered on endtimes.com, which is a subsidiary of Tipping Point Ministries. Throughout the rest of my life, I will pray. Prophecy in the Bible is really interesting to me. The divorce that Doug Weiss went through with his prior wife is a major source of tension between the two of them. Throughout the month of March in the year 2023, Evans defended Weiss by explaining that throughout his chats with Doug, he rapidly came to the realization that his past marriage was both unpleasant and abusive. It was biblically permissible for him to divorce. Criticism, on the other hand, has brought to light inconsistencies. In 2019, Weiss praised his ex-wife on Daystar, saying that she was unselfish and had the most pure heart I've ever encountered. He also said that she had the most beautiful character. Skepticism has only been fueled by the contradictory accounts. In spite of the criticism, Joni Lamb has been given a lot of support by notable pastors and leaders in the ministry. The fact that friends such as Karen and Jimmy Evans, James Robinson, and John Hagee offered their prayers and support throughout this trip was something that she shared with the audience. Joni highlighted the prophetic confirmations and discernment that she received from trusted mentors and intercessors who urged her to move forward with forward movement. Joni was told by a prominent voice, Drenda Kesey, in July that the Lord is going to bring someone into your life. Don't be afraid or close your heart off just yet. Furthermore, individuals such as Jesse Duplantis and Lawson Perdue, in addition to her immediate family, have shown their trust in her decision. Jimmy Evans has decided to devote his full attention to endtimes.com and Tipping Point Ministries, following his departure from the religious organization XO Marriage. XO Marriage, which is currently led by his son, Brent Evans, is experiencing a momentous occasion as a result of Evans's change. As a result of this development, questions have been raised regarding the sustainability of exo marriage, as well as the wider influence that Evans's contentious attitude will have. Is it possible that his ministry of prophecy will flourish in this new season, or will the ramifications from this issue continue to accumulate? This narrative sheds insight on the challenges that arise while attempting to navigate personal relationships, public ministry, and biblical interpretation while at the center of attention. Do you have any thoughts? Was Jimmy Evans's decision to back Joni Lamb the right one? What does this imply for the legacy that he will leave behind at Exo Marriage? In the comments section below, please share your ideas with us. Also, don't forget to give our channel a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to make sure you don't miss any updates on this or any other Christian news.